NA has a crazy 2 years coming up with very popular and very strong servants planned to be released. Today we are going to start a tier list to help NA players decide on who they should or should not roll for. As a JP player, I have felt countless times the pain of rolling for a servant, and then a few weeks later, a servant I want even more comes out, and I'm all out of courts. So I hope this video can help others not experience that. Before we start, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it, and please let me know in the comments if there's any way I can improve this type of video, as this will be a multiple-part series. And finally, a statement from my lawyer. Everything in this video is just my opinion, it's not a fact. If you have a servant you think I rated low, it does not mean they are bad. Roll for your favorites, this game is not hard enough that you need every meta servant. Alright, let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy the video. The first servant we have is Jacques. I'm so sorry for any mispronunciations we do in this video. She is a quick AoE foreigner that has a focus on curses. She's not the strongest servant in the game. She does get a really nice buff during the arcade crossover event that will happen in a year and a half for NA, which gives her, one of her downsides was that she couldn't apply curse outside of her NP. Now, on her third skill, she can apply it during normal attacks for 3 turns. That makes her kit sort of form back together. And yeah, she is certainly an okay servant. She's not gonna be a crazy game-changing thing. She, of course, synergizes with Van Gogh and my man Doman. I'm gonna go ahead and put Jacques de Molay in C tier, as I believe that she is a fairly okay servant after her buff, which comes out in a really long time for NA. And other than that, I don't believe she is as impactful to your account. And yeah, that's why she is at C tier. Not a bad servant at all, just not one I would recommend spending quartz on. Next up, we have Zenobia, a 4-star arts archer. That's a lot of A's. That can loop, which is really nice. She is, however, a permanent servant, so she's going to be pretty low on the tier list anyway, but that is not representative of her strength. That is just, I don't think you should really roll for a permanent 4-star. She also gets added, not that this means anything for people that already have an account, but she does get added to the starter banner eventually. But she is really nice and really strong. She is, as I said, an arts AoE archer that can loop, which is really cool. There is another one that comes out way later, but and being at a 4-star is really nice. She's just an okay servant. She's just gonna be a looper that you know, can use. Other than that, nothing too crazy. I am going to go ahead and put her in D tier. Again, though, that's not representative of her actual strength. That is just because you shouldn't really roll for a permanent 4-star. So, we then get Elizabeth Bathory Cinderella. I'm not going to go too deep into the welfare servants, as, you know, that's not really rolling for anyone. But I do just want to have them on the tier list, and maybe at the end we will order them. But she comes out with Jack and pronunciation ain't my forte, y'all know that. And Zenobia, so look out for that. Definitely get her, she's really nice to have. Next, we have Izumo no Okuni, who is a unique servant by today's standards. She is a quick caster single target NP, which is really interesting. I will say she is on the weaker side just because she's quick and caster and single target. That's not too good of a combination. Her skills are not gonna blow you away, but they are very cool. And basically she's on standby for when we get the next really good quick support. She is really nice though. She is really good. I shouldn't say really good, but she is very usable right now if you're like a quick monster, a quick fiend. And she's just a really unique, cool character. I know there's a lot of people that like her design. I think it's, you know, her little mech guy in the background is pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I would say not the strongest, not going to change your account really at all. And even then, she still has to wait for the good, like, quick buffer that we don't have yet, so I'm going to put her in D tier. Ranmaru is the next welfare we will get. She's on the weaker side, but again, all welfares you should pick up. Next, we have Lancer Ryoma, who is on paper a really nice servant, but then you start to use him and realize his looping is really bad. He is an arts AoE Lancer looper, and his refund is just not it. He has a lot of really nice skills, but in a sort of subclass, arts looper, with a lot of competition, not just in the game already, but coming up, he's in a rough spot. There's not a lot of reason to use him, unless you really like him, of course, and for that, I'm gonna put him, I guess the highest that we've put someone so far, but that's just because he is an arts looper. He's gonna be in B tier. Then we get Santa Martha. She is a welfare. She's a really, really nice support welfare that everyone sees use, or she's useful for every account, honestly. Make sure you pick her up as well. Next, we have Tai Gong Wang. He is a quick rider AoE, and he's okay. He's in an okay spot. He's not going to be the greatest servant in the world. His first skill buffs are really weak. 15% across the board is just... It's just whatever. It is party-wide, of course, which is nice, but 15% is just not going to move the meter. His skills are okay. He's just a quick servant, and quick is just in such a bad spot that I can't really justify rolling for him. I'm going to go ahead and put him at C tier. And yeah. Next, we have Dobrynya. She is a permanent 4-star. She's just kind of in a rough spot because her battery's only 20%. That's not the whole, you know, that doesn't make or break a servant, but if she was able to loop easily, I think she would, you know, be higher. But she is also just a permanent 4-star, so I'm going to put her in D tier. Next, we have a big one. Koyanskaya of Darkness. She is our New Year's servant for, what would this be, 2023 to 24 for NA? I can do math. And she is in an interesting spot. So she's a foreigner. She's definitely on this weird side of support / she does, you know, I can do it myself, kind of damage and stuff, you know. But that side is not very good because she's a foreigner. She doesn't do crap ton of damage. But the support side is really nice for a lot of accounts, you know. I think for some accounts, they're going to get a lot of use out of her because they are either missing some key support servants or, you know, whatever. But I don't think she is like a must summon. So she is going to be the first A-tier servant when I find her. Let's see. Yes, here she is. She is going to be the first A-tier servant. I am going to put like a pin in this that depending on how this tier list plays out, I might move her down, move some people up, you know, whatever. But I think right now she is definitely more worth summoning for than Ryoma. But that could be because I might be rating Ryoma a little too high. Maybe Ryoma should be in C tier and she should be in B tier. But we're going to leave it like this for now. Now we are moving on to 2024, and there are some killers this year. We're going to start with Hephaestion. She is a 4-star pretender permanent, and she is the second pretender in the game, and she is actually really awesome. I really think she is a well-designed servant that could have a lot of use for you. She basically comes in and just kills something. Like, she just does a ton of damage. She has 100, whoa, that was 100, yeah, 120% battery, and she just comes in, charges herself up, hits something, and they're probably gonna die. She actually gets a lot of use in high level content depending on the event. And I actually think she is fairly worth summoning for, just because of her use is just you know, come in from the bullpen and just kill something, you know. So actually, I'm gonna put her at C tier. I know that maybe that sounds low for how much I just gassed her up, but she is still a permanent 4-star. So I don't want to get too crazy, but yeah, that is Hephaestion. I'm just gonna do a real quick edit. I am gonna bring my man Ryoma down to C tier. Just looking forward a few servants. I realize, yeah, this looks out of place, so I am gonna put him in C tier. But yeah. All right, now we get to Bazett. She will probably be the last servant for this part of the video, but let's get into it. Bazett is one of my favorite servants in the whole game. I think she is such a unique, awesome design for a servant. I don't necessarily think she is worth summoning. Let's get into it. So, Bazett has this really unique NP. It's quick, and she pulls out her... I'm sorry, lore heads. Her fragger arc. Again, pronunciation, y'all got it. But and so what that does is she gets a taunt, and every time someone targets her to hit or for a skill, she hits them, and it's really cool. I don't know. I think it's just a really awesome NP. But there's a very key thing that makes it not very good. It cannot break bars. So you get into situations where you can't really, like, use her on bosses, because it's like, not that you can't, but it's tough because you have to do a whole nother turn to do, like, 1 damage, you know? She's so cool. She's so awesome. I know you can technically use her for farming. I think that's a little bit of a meme. I'm not, like, taking that into account. I just don't think she is super strong right now. As I would love to see her. Another negative aspect is her defense. Her survivability isn't really there. She has one turn evade. If she got some sort of survivability buff or something, I think she could really shoot up. She could be really, really, really good. But right now, I think she is leaning towards, like, in the meter of really strong gimmick. Like, gimmick is left side, really strong. I think she's a little bit like here, if that makes sense. I don't know if that picture... Anyway, y'all got it. I'm gonna put her in B tier, though. Let's see. Is B tier too high for her? Maybe I'm being super biased. Is B tier too high? No, because she's not on... No, she's not on the... Yeah, I think she's B tier. I think she's B tier. And yeah, so that will be the end of this first part of this video. This one was a little shorter just because I wanted to kind of proof of concept, you know. If you guys enjoy it, please let me know. Also, let me know if there's anything I can do to make the videos better, since I want to go through all of them, or all the servants that are coming out for NA. And yeah, thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more stuff like this, maybe hit the subscribe button, and maybe like the video too. And maybe share it with your friends, and share it with your parents and your family and your dog or cat or whoever else. Alright, let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.